Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report. Today's date is May 8th, 2024. Me and this girl struggle with a lot of things in common. This girl has ADHD. Mine isn't ever going to decline. In fact, there is nothing to control it. Because stimulants make me stressed and they are for ADD, I have to choose between. There's no way to control mine by medication. I am choosing between focus or psychotic. I know what most people would choose, probably, if you've had psychosis. You would choose not being focused. So that's what I'm choosing. I'm choosing being distracted and not having psychosis. Many people with schizoaffective have learning disabilities. A lot of those people have ADHD as well. Usually, people that have schizoaffective disorder have something else with it. Of course, days with all of my struggles, there's lots of days where that strategy doesn't work. I didn't have a dog to lean on for a long time. Yes, taking my meds are a key to not hearing voices, and it looks like this dog reminds her to take her meds. Do I act on emotion and dysregulation? Sometimes I do, but I don't see that as one of my main problems. It's something that is not a big problem for me, although it is in this girl, but I have so many other problems, I don't even really think about it. Do I have social anxiety? Yes, it depends on who I'm with. If I know you, I know when I need help. If you know when the person needs help, it's a great thing. Taking away the stigma is big. I like to see it as what it is, what happens, how you see that. But I like to call it a situation, which means certain areas that are struggles. We've talked about this before. Now on to the word should. The word should imply you have an obligation to complete an action. This is why it bothers me so much. It simply implies there are consequences if you fail to do something. Sometimes this may be true, but it's ultimately demotivating. Research shows we're more likely to be productive when we find work meaningful, not when we drive by fear. Punishment, what more, we often don't question the driver behind the should, which could form many different places. It could be literal authority figure, like your boss. It could be also social norm, age, ideal, such as say yes to everything. I like it at times, but I don't like it all the time. Every treatment plan should look different for everyone. There's no right or wrong. It's what you need at that time. It can change. A dog would have been a great thing. And a dog now provides me support that nobody else can. Most people don't look different. What I advise you to do is look at somebody you met and decide how you can help the person. If you can help them, you may decide you want to be their friend. Everyone needs help and kindness. The point functional, if that's what they want to call it, I'm going to call it being better. I don't like the word functional. How does Bo relate as far as psychosis? I've never had another one since he's been alive. He is here to help my anxiety, his presence, the way he helps my ADD, gives me another life to think about the stigma. Dogs don't give a rat's about the stigma. Dogs don't treat people differently. They treat everybody the same. Well, except if you're the owner.
My ADHD isn't going away. There are still things that I struggle with. And so I wrote down, these are the situations that the strategies that I currently have aren't enough. Having meds is great, but if I don't remember to take my meds, that doesn't really help. The last couple of days, it's been pretty clear that one of the things that I'm not good at doing for myself is monitoring my tone and volume of voice. Emotional dysregulation is a really big thing in ADHD, and it is for me as well. I get social anxiety in situations in which I don't know what to expect, and that social anxiety can be pretty bad, but I don't actually know what the external signs are. Can Chloe do anything about my clutter? Coming to terms with the fact that having a disability doesn't mean I can't accomplish all the things that I want to accomplish. It just means that there are certain areas in which I struggle, and that's something that I might always struggle with.
Make you any less of a person just because you need something, and
that feeling of like, I shouldn't need this.
I shouldn't, but it's not true. It's a treatment option. It's right for some people and it's not right for other people, just like every other treatment option.
Having a psychiatric service dog doesn't mean I can't function well in the world. It just means that I struggle with certain things and I need support. And it's not something that I have to justify to anybody else by looking disabled, by looking like I need help. The point is for me to be more functional in the world, not less. And I'm trying to remind myself of that.
Now we get caught up with the NHL and scores as well. A dramatic series in the Knights game versus Vancouver. And Game 1 went Vancouver's way. Game 2 and 3 went the Stars' way. The Stars, Game 3 and Game 4 went the Stars' way to tie it at 2. Dallas went up 3-2, but would not be able to close out the 6th game, but would be able to close the 7th game out. The Avs won the series against Winnipeg in 5. The Panthers beat the Tampa Bay Lightning in 5. And in 7, the Bruins beat the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Panthers played the Bruins last night in Game 2. Edmonton Oilers played Vancouver last night in Game 1. Tonight's game are the Rangers and Carolina. Tonight's game is the Rangers versus the Edmonton Oilers and Vancouver score in Game 1. Tonight's games, Bruins and Panthers score. Oilers and Canucks score. In tonight's game, it will be the Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes. The Hurricanes lead that series 2-0. Players to watch out for: Artemi Perrin and Sabin Ahoa. And in Game 2, which the Avs lead the Stars 1-0, at 8:30, it'll be the Stars and Avs. Players to watch out for: Nathan McKinnon and Jason Robertson. That game, face-off, isn't for 8:30. Royals win the series another day without an off day. The Royals have been playing a lot lately. The Royals, it was 6-2 and then became 6-4 on a double by Sanchez, who walked last night, and then another player, Contreras, ruined their night. A double to right by Sanchez, and Contreras, who hit the home run to give the Milwaukee the lead last night. He grounded out and got another RBI. And with a guy at third and the tying run coming up to the plate, grounded out to the pitcher. Royals win 6-4, but better help to get that bullpen better. The Cubs beat the Padres 3-0. The Cubs only got one hit. Winner was Dylan Casse. Loss was Hayden Winansky. And save was done by Robert Sueze. And the Cardinals and Mets game was postponed in St. Louis. The Mets took the first two. Now we go on to the NBA playoffs to finish our night. Last night's score was 120-95 Celtics over Cavs. Boston leads 1-0. And Thunder over Mavericks 117-95. OKC takes the lead 1-0. And the Knicks and Pacers score. In Game 2, Boston leads 1-0. They are favored by 13.5. Tip is at 6. And players to watch out for: Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum. The Mavs and Thunder play. Game is at 8:30. Game 2, OKC leads 1-0. And Wednesday's score between the Pacers and Nuggets. Pacers and Knicks. That's Sam Von Sports. And Sam's Mental Health Day.